All right, so here we are, March 8th, Monday. So we jumped into TWOU here. We have a switch to the short side, and we barely got permission, but it's a little bit in there. So we're in this trade right now with 100 shares. It's kind of a big move, but we'll see what happens here. Okay, APPS is setting up over here, so let's manage this. 71.82, 73. 72 to 73.42, so about $1.50. All right, so we jumped into APPS. I think. What happened here? All right, cool. So we're in APPS now with our 150 shares. Mark. Okay, TWOU over here, or APPS over here. We got to put our stop in. Actually, I think I'm just going to go ahead and flatten this and get out. All right, so we are out of APPS. Double checking that. $145 profit on that one. Pretty sweet. So if we get a little boost on this one, we'll be in the nice green day. Okay, so NUG. Looks like it might be setting up here in the next minute. So NUG, we're at 51.43, about 40 cents. Throw that in the calculator real quick. I have a custom trade calculator in my trading log to help me more quickly determine share size. So I need around 222 shares. I'll do 225. 225 of NUG. Come on, TW, boost up here and give me a little something. And then QCOM looks like it's about to trade as well, so I'm going to have to hit that on my other monitor. Sorry, I won't be able to show you the entry on QCOM, although it's a massive tower candle, so I'm not going to take it, actually. All right, so what do we got here? 45 seconds to jump into NUG. TWOU, I wasn't going to speed bump because it was looking like this could just be in consolidation within this range, but I was like, I might just hit a speed bump and see if it retests yesterday, but it looks like maybe it is going to go in consolidation. So that's kind of a bummer. Okay, NUG, I got 10 seconds. Okay, so now we're in NUG. So I'm going to mark up NUG. Okay, so we're out of NUG. Turns out I should have just left my stop where it was instead of taking that additional loss. But you never know. With this tower candle here, it looked like it could just do a retrace and then pull up. So TWOU looks like we might be getting stopped out on this one too. So APPS pretty much erased this trade. So 1-to-1, like we're even there. QCOM looks like it might be setting up as a trade here in just a second. And it already was a trade, but I didn't trade it because of the tower candle. So it looks like I might have another chance to jump in here. And then, so yeah, we'll go over the QCOM right now. We'll see what TWOU does. It's going to be a roller coaster day. So here's QCOM. I didn't trade it with this big tower candle, expecting that retracement, which has happened. So we'll keep an eye on QCOM as it shapes up. Okay, so if TWOU switches again, it'll be switching on the algorithm with the normal day trading strategy with clear permission. So we'll be changing it. We'll automatically short here, speed bump. But I'm going to also add to my position if that happens. Tempted to go ahead and add to my position right now. And then speed bump it with the additional shares. I got 100. Okay, so I added to my position, and then I added to my speed bump. But I'm going to take half this off when it comes back up here. I think we might be in consolidation in this channel, so I'm going to take that 100 off once we come up here. Okay, so I'm going to start trailing that 100 shares that I had picked up. So that'll reduce my loss a little bit there. About 30 bucks worth. Okay, so now I'll put my speed bump back in with the 200 shares that I have at 34.22. There you go. So now we cut down our loss a little bit there. So this position is now green right now. Sweet. Okay, so here we are with TWOU. I think I'm going to go ahead and add to my position again here. 100 shares. Cancel. Buy. 4. Speed bump. Okay, so now we're back in with 200 shares. So again, if this wants to come back up here and play this consolidation game, then I'll scalp out that other 100 shares. Okay, so we got Nug setting up again for another trade. 51.67, 52, 51.67, 60, around 61 cents. So then the calculator here real quick. 163. I'm going to round it up to 175 and recover our loss on it a little bit better. What do we got? 15 seconds left for Nug. Hit enter to make sure I got the right share size. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2. Scary thing is we're right here at the high of day, so this could be a resistance area, but we'll see what it does. I'm gonna put my stop in here real quick. 51.60. So far, it's turned out to be a pretty choppy day. Even look at what happened to APPS after I got out. Looking at TWOU over here for those technical traders out there. Let's throw something on the board. Although the algo doesn't look very positive right at the moment. We have our little line there. And we got our little line there. So we got a little wedge kicking right here. So we'll see if this wedge breaks to the upside or does it break to the downside. We shall see. Thing is, it's got a bit of resistance right here, right? What was once support becomes resistance to the upside. And it doesn't got a whole lot to the downside right now. So I think the doorway is more open to the down than it is to the up. But we'll see. Anything can happen. It's the stock market. Come on now, get back up there. P&L day, P&L open. So we'll see if we get our target. Maybe we'll recover our day on Nug, which would be nice. And if we can get this to boost up and hit this target, we'll be back in the green on the day. So with this so close to the edge of this wedge that's formed, bad place to add to the position to try to scalp more out because I don't know where it's going to break. So bad place to add to the position. Once this breaks, then I can go ahead and add to whatever that trade is, if it's a short trade or a long trade. Okay, looks like you're going to break to the downside. It's going to break this level. Watch it just spike me out just enough and then create liquidity and then boost, and it'll be one of those days. Come on, Nug, don't turn around. Get back up there. That hits me again for a double loss on Nug. That'll be a first. Never has happened. Let's see what happens today. Oh, man. Should have stayed in bed. Okay, so it looks like TWOU might be breaking out to the upside of the wedge, which is nice. That should give us green. Hopefully that one. Nug, come on, man. Let's go. And then QCOM, my other monitor, is now switching back to a new trade. So I'm going to take this trade. 127, 82, 128. So it's about $1. So I'm going to go with 100 shares on it. I'll go a little bit light. And then I'll show it to you on the screen once one of these finish up here. Okay, jumped into QCOM. That's what that ding was. Okay, TWOU going nicely. Broken out of that wedge. Let's see if we can get back up into this target zone and turn this into a green trade. That would be awesome. And if Nug can hit me a winner here, that would be great because that'll erase earlier loser. And then if QCOM can hit its target like it's on its way to do, hopefully it will, then that'll be a winner. And then APPS is a winner. And then we have a roller coaster and a green day. Or none of that happens and it's a disaster. We're going to find out. It's one of those days. One of those days. Okay, so stopped at a Nug twice. That's the first time ever. Is what it is. All right, we'll take that beating a Nug and let's show you what QCOM is doing. Here's QCOM. So we got in right here in QCOM. And yeah, see where it goes. And Nug, what I mean by first time ever is first time I ever got stopped out twice on a long trade in Nug, where he set up long and then had another trade set up long again in the same day. Never got stopped out twice, so that's a first. Okay, so now that we're close to risk on QCOM, I'm going to go ahead and add to my position here. So 100. Buy. Get a 200. Cancel my stop. Put the new stop in. It's 127.70. Right there. Make it break it. Yep. Cool. Okay, so we got CVS setting up on my other monitor as well. So we're going to jump into CVS here as part of the switchback play. Potentially, we'll see if it closes in about 3 minutes. But I'll have to put it on that other monitor, and then when one of these finishes, I'll pull it over here and show it to you. Okay, so CVS is going to trade. So there we go. So now we're in CVS as well. Man, this is a day where you trade your full portfolio, and if all of it's a loser, it's a rough day. All right, so just came back to see that we got stopped out of TWOU. Yeah, we broke that wedge. I should have got out with my thing, reduced my loss down 150 bucks or so, whatever it was, even 200. But I didn't. I was looking for a move to break high of day, but I guess it didn't happen. So anyway, so there we are. So now it looks like we are short 200 shares. We'll see if that does anything for us. QCOM over here, we are out of QCOM. So for a loss in QCOM, it's too bad. Yeah, one of these days where just the whole portfolio is failing. So that happens, and that's why you got to have proper risk management to be able to sustain days like this. I have days where my whole portfolio is winning big time too. So you got to be able to sustain these days so that you can take advantage of those winning days. And that's the key, is taking advantage of the winning days. If you're only trading on the losing days like I've been for the last month, it seems like I trade more of the losing days than the winning days because I'm not trading every day. Then this hurts even more. But is what it is. So consistency is important as far as how often you trade. Yeah, so we'll see how this day finishes out. We still got a few things left, a few options left on the table here. We'll see what we end up with. So here's that CVS trade that we're in. So we'll see what CVS ends up doing for us. QCOM, we haven't had a loser in QCOM in a long time. I was debating on even trading it today, so it works out good, I guess. We got that loser out of the way, and hopefully we can be on to winning. That'd be awesome. So here we are with TWOU breaking the low of day here. I'm going to go ahead and add to this. So now we're in 500 shares TWOU short. All right, so here we are with CVS cranking out pretty good to 2R. We're going to go ahead and put a stop in. We're going to move our stop now. So we have 300 shares. I'll be right back real quick. Okay, so let's see. 300 shares, what we got. So 300. I'm going to trail a stop pretty tight now. 18, what's the spread? All right, cool. All right, so we got our stop in there. So that's going to be a pretty sweet trade. And then looking for TWOU to break this level right here and have a nice slide and go green on it. But we're going to put a stop in here in a second and start to trail a stop here as well. Wish I would have speed bumped QCOM. That would have been epic. But I didn't. Okay, looks like we're breaking right now on TWOU. New candle should be opened. Or opening. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of some of this noise. It'd be nice if TWOU would slide real fast right down to this level down here. It'd be sweet. See if we get lucky. CVS starting to break out above this. 72.24. I'd like to put my stop in, move it up to that level. Okay, so I'm going to move my stop up now to 24-ish. There we go. Yeah. One more. All right, cool. So we locked in our 2R on CVS. So really nice trade there. And then we'll see what happens. If this thing will keep on running from here to this next level, that'll be sweet. And yeah, we'll move our stop up there if that's what happens. If not, we'll get stopped out here for a really nice profit. And then TWOU, we're still waiting for. I wish I would have went bigger on CVS because it was a super premium trade, and I didn't take advantage of it. I really should have. But I didn't. Today that would have been made my day right here. I would be green in the day if I had taking advantage of the super premium opportunity there, but I didn't. So TWOU here, if this can crash down here a little bit, will be green on the day. What a roller coaster. But we'll see. Okay, so CVS, we're out. 234, nice. So we'll take that. So what do we exit CVS at? 72.23, perfect. So put that in the log. All right, so now we're just looking for a TWOU to bring it home. Wow, if I would have just speed bumped QCOM, let's put QCOM back on the deck here just to look at it. Where are you, QCOM? Look at that. It would have been awesome. But right there, got scary, and then I'd be way in the green right now. Oh well. Okay, so looking at TWOU, just so you know why I'm still in this trade right now, just don't see any reason for it to stop going down. It's the only reason why I'm still hanging out in this trade. Like I said earlier when we had the wedge, you know, there's some resistance here. I can see breaking. If it broke the wedge, it's running into resistance, but I don't see a whole lot of support down here. So I felt like this is a possibility. It did break that wedge, and then it went up to the resistance. I probably should have got out of my trade there and then re-entered when it broke down here to make a little more money, but is what it is. Trading's 2020, right? You know, if it would have broke out and kept going up, then I'd have been like, oh yeah, you know, I did the right thing there. So like, you just never really know. But right now you have to ask yourself, are you in the trade because you want to make your money back? Or are you in the trade because there's actually a trade? And looking at this, there's I just don't see any reason for it to stop. So I'm in a trade because there's still, I believe, more trade on the table. And the algo is still showing short, so we're in a good spot. Okay, so here we are with TWOU. It looks like if we break this level, we'll get our next slide going. At the same time with this candle, if this gets rejected, this could be a turnaround. We could be building a support base here. But like I said, looking back in time a little bit, it looks like this wants to slide more. And we're green on the name. Oh my goodness, amazing. Almost green on the day. So it looks like we're about $13. Looks like we're about $13 away from being green on the day. $3 away from being green on the day. This will be really nice. Come on, TWOU, give it to me. Give me my money. So what I'm going to do is once I get green on the day, I'm going to start trailing a stop because I have a bunch of other stuff to do today. $2 away from being green on the day. And that'll let me focus on those other things and not have to worry about this. And I'll just trail that stop. And if I end up... here we go. So what's the spread? 25. So we're going to go ahead. Put our stop in here, 29.30. 32. So we're going to be buying it back. So looking for the buy to get back, to get down below 25. And then we'll trail our stop there. Okay, so now we got the ask coming down to 28. I need to get below 25, and then I can trail a stop, and then I'll pretty much lock in a green day. If I sold right now, I'd lock in a green day. But I want to give it a chance to run, and I want to see it hit a level that makes me feel good about it running. Although, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, at 38, I'm going to put my stop in at 30, just above this red candle. 39. Right here. Done. So this candle's going to close here in a few, about a minute. So if we end up backed up here, we'll end up with a small red day, but better than the day we were going to have. Oh my goodness. If this turns into a big green day, if this turns into a big green day, it'll be even more epic. What a roller coaster for sure. Right now we're up $100. So tempting just to flatten this and take my 100. That was an awesome day after having such a crazy morning. All right, now we're talking 158. Let's go. Let's do it. All right, so we're going to take... I'm not going to be greedy. All right, so if we end up backing up and taking profit, we'll back up and take profit. But I'm going to start trailing a stop now. And yeah, I'm not going to be greedy on it. I'm super happy that it's not a red day, and then we're going to be able to take advantage of this. Okay, so we are, what's happening now? Oh, I added to my position. No, we don't want to add to the position. We're going to go ahead and, well, let's put a stop in. So what are we at? 587 now? 87, right? 87. I'm short. I have to buy to get out. So what an idiot. Okay, so here we go. All right, so now we got our stop in correctly. 587 shares, 587 in the buy. All right, yeah, maybe we got lucky. We added our position. Maybe it's going to keep going down. Awesome. I'll take it. It's a lot of time left on this candle, about 2.5 minutes. So plenty of time for this thing to continue going down or to back up and stop me out. But if the candle was about to close, then you see all these little wicks that are on here. So chances are it's going to retrace a little before it continues down. So if I move my stop there when it was about to close, there's a high chance I would get stopped out before it continued to move down. So right now there's plenty of room to move down. I think I'm going to flatten this trade. Not flatten it, but I'm going to get even tighter on my stop. 3. I'm going to put it at 4. So the spread keeps opening up too, which is giving the illusion of this dropping more than it is. But I'm going to trail a nice tight stop on it now. I'm happy to be done and shut the computer down and get on with other stuff I got to get done. So, yeah. Because what you guys don't see is, once this trade's done, then I still got, an hour of processing this stuff and uploading it to YouTube and all that stuff. So I still have a lot of work left once I shut this down from trading. So try to make that happen plus the rest of my day. Take some time. All right, so let's move this down here. 33 even. Candle's closing in about a minute. So if this doesn't move big from here, we're a good chance we'll get stopped out on a retracement if we don't get stopped out now. Okay, cool. All right, so we're out. So we're going to end up finish. I can't believe we're green right now on this. I cannot believe this. So we're going to finish the day up $164. And wow, from what a crazy morning. All right, I'll show you all the trades here in a little bit, and then we'll look at the log. Unbelievable. All right, so let's go over today's trades. Unbelievable day today. What a day. All right, so we had TWOU. So this was on the normal simple switch day trading strategy. We had our switch happen here to the short side right at the open. And we had permission barely, but you can see it's there. I don't usually I don't know, it's a hit or miss. Like some tickers, I trade all the time if they're barely. But other ones, I like to be really clear my permission before I get in. And today I just traded it anyway. So yeah, and there's a little bit of a tower candle, and we retraced and we got stopped out right here. I put my stop, a little bit above, and we got stopped out. I believe speed bumped that. I don't know. We traded this so much today. I don't even know what happened. But anyway, sold off, and we were able to take advantage, adding a little bit of to our position, our long position when it sold off here. Speed bumped it right. Came down, added to the long position, was able to take advantage of this wedge that was taking place, make a little money, sold those shares, held the rest. Wedge broke to the upside, and as I said, this could be running into some resistance, and there's a whole lot of room to the downside. So not a lot of room to the upside without resistance. So resistance, as you can see here, going back through. So yeah, so anyway, so that's exactly what happened. Ran into resistance, and then it faded after that. It crashed after that. So on that downside, we added a bunch more shares because I felt like there's plenty of room to the downside. This speed bump could be very profitable, and sure enough, we bounced out around here. Good thing we didn't get greedy because it did turn around and rally back up. This candle right here we got out on, so that worked out really nice, and we were able to recover that full trade. I can't believe it, and that also turned us green on the day. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see. What was the next other one? APPS. So this has always been one of my favorite trades. I started trading this when it was around $6 a share. Kind of wish I would have just loaded up like 10,000 shares and just held on to it. But anyway, so here we are, 2020, right, trading. So we had our switch to the long side on the normal simple switch day trading strategy. We had our switch. We got permission. Marked it up, hit our target, got out, didn't get greedy, and sure enough, it rolled over and faded. If this gave me permission on the short side, I would have taken it, but we didn't have permission, so no trade. NUG, for the first time ever, it had 2 trade opportunities. I took the one off just to make it easy to see, but I'll put it back on real quick here. It's had two trade opportunities many times over, but the first time ever that I actually had two that were losing. So right here, we had our switch, we had our permission, and, you know, I could have put my stop here, low of day, but then that risk reward would be way off. It just didn't make any sense. Whereas a speed bump here would have been fantastic, but I can't speed bump this as it's HTB. You can see right there. So I'm not locating shares. So there we go. Took that trade, loser. And then when we had another setup, I'm like, all right, sweet. I jump back in it, which normally this would be a winner. Like every time after, like it's a good thing I didn't go big on the size on it. And it was a loser. And again, I couldn't speed bump it. So that's, yeah, I guess you're going to have them once in a while. So we got our two in a row out of the way, I guess you could say. So that's NUG. CVS we talked about. No, we didn't. Okay, so CVS right here, we had our trade this on the switchback strategy. So we basically switch and then we switch back. I don't care about permission. And sure enough, nice winner. We were able to ride that to a 2R and get out somewhere right around here. So that was a really nice trade. Thank you, CVS, for that. $234. Helped my day a lot. And then QCOM. So QCOM, I trade on the switch and then I speed bump it till green. Or if I, speed bump successful and I'm not green yet, I'll trade again on another switch. So right here we had our switch. I did not trade it. QCOM's had so many winners. Tower candle. I was like, nope. This is gonna be a deal. So sure enough, it did. It came down. It broke that, and then but there's a switch here. I could have traded this switch and made money, right? Let's see. I should have just traded this switch right here. Yep. So if I would have just traded that switch, I would have been good to go. But I didn't. But this is part of the speed bump, and I'll usually trade a second trade if I get a speed bump and I'm zero. So I ended up trading this one, and I should have speed bumped it. I would have recovered my day right here, no problem. I mean, look how easy that would have been recovered. And then today could have been a really nice day. Coulda, woulda, shoulda is trading. So there we go. So anyway, so those are all the tickers in my portfolio. Now you got to see how all of them did. Ones I traded, ones I didn't. And we end up green on the day. Let's go look at the log real quick, and you can see how bloody today was. Insane. Okay, so here we are with the log. I mean, just look at all that red, just so ugly. There's a lot of red in here, right? So, but a lot of green too. Green bigger than red, that's good. So, yeah, look at this insaneness. APPS, we had that nice winner. TWOU, that little scalp in the middle, which, whatever, is money. A little tiny scalp there. And then we pulled it out of the day at the end of the day when we added up on our shares on TWOU. I didn't add that extra 80 shares I jumped into for a penny or whatever accidentally. I just didn't even put it there. I did add some notes here, but and then CVS, we had that nice winner too. So yeah, really messy. But overall, hey, we're green on the day. All good. Got a lot of red in here too I don't like, but this is a result of what happens when I'm green on the account, like we're green, and then you can see my price per share. I'm pretty big red today, price per share, but when I scaled up my size on TWOU, it's what pulled me out on the day. But when you don't trade every opportunity every day of the week, and that's, and you're going to have a lot of success that way, and you just pick one or two trades a week, you got to get lucky that your one or two trades are not your one or two losers that week. And this is a reflection of not trading that much, only trading a couple days a week and picking losers instead of winners. But if I traded every day in those weeks, I don't think any of these would be red. I'd have all green weeks based on I put out a newsletter every weekend that shows how the portfolio does every week, whether I trade it or not. So you can see, so for anybody that's, following me or trading my same portfolio, they can kind of like compare and take notes and all that stuff. And so far, our portfolio has been green. It's been awesome. But because of my trades have been spotty, I haven't been awesome. And when you keep track of your portfolio, whether you trade or not, that kind of lets you see, a reflection on your strategy. Is your strategy really working? And then also lets you have a reflection of, how well are you trading your strategy? This is what should have happened. What did you end up doing? So, and that helps you kind of like grow and learn from your mistakes and develop, a new plan if you have to. Because if you're failing at your plan, then you need to figure out why and improve it. So anyway, so there's that. Pop over to dashboard. So February or January, we only trade like that week. Small little green, close the month. Got red on February because we closed out some swing trades from last year. That banged up our February a little bit. And then we're back on track here in March with so far $2,300. Really nice. Friday should have been another 400 or 500 bucks. Totally messed that up by not getting out. Stupid. But anyway, so yeah, here we are. So green on the week. Pretty sweet. Scaling ladder. We're still got 2 bars here in the day trading strategy. So yeah, keep on rolling until we can scale up into our $500 range and really start making some money. All right, everybody. Hope you had an awesome day. Hopefully it wasn't as much of a roller coaster as my crazy day. This was just insane. And the biggest thing is, when you have days like this, is you got to stay focused. Like, you can't let, all this red and craziness mess with your brain. Then you start revenge trading and just going crazy and all that stuff. I could have easily got mad right here and said, I'm going huge on my next trade. I don't care what it is. But no, I knew I wanted to be able to recover my day if possible. But the only way to recover it is if a trade sets up, and a trade with a high probability of success. And then if I want to scale up on that high probability of success, because it's a super premium trade, right? We've already had losers. It's that perfect setup or whatever it is. All the pieces are there. Then that's the trade to scale up on if I want to scale up, not just on the next trade because I want my money back. So you got to be calculated. You got to try to keep your cool head. And if you don't have one, get up and walk away. Go outside, take a walk, go around the block, come back in, sit down, whatever it is you got to do. But definitely don't want to trade when you're angry, mad, or you're getting emotional. So anyway, was able to pull out the day, kept it focused for once, and it worked out awesome. Everybody, have an awesome day. We'll see you tomorrow, and then I probably won't be trading the rest of the week. So, and again, tomorrow will be a red day. Then the rest of the week will be green. So if anybody's trading my portfolio, maybe wait until I'm not trading the rest of the week, and you'll probably have an awesome week. Oh, man, that's how it goes. All right, everybody. See you.